Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Expeditions Viking. It's been a few weeks since my last installment in this video series, and that's because it's been very busy this January of 2024. Been lots of social things happening, and I've also been playing some Age of Empires as well, playing a bit of 1 versus 1 in that. But it's a quiet weekend today, and my girlfriend's currently asleep, so I've got a little bit of time to kill, so I thought I'd fire this up again. So in the last episode, I completed a couple of quests in the city of Efwick. I completed the Barguest and also Champions League, and after Champions League, I got the reward of this nice spear for Nefja. And then I believe in the last episode, I said that I was going to be sailing to the Isle of Orkneyjar to do that part of the game, because I think it's a good time, because as I've pointed out a few times, the aim of the game is to try and get 100 points in either power or prosperity to get the good ending. It's obviously not like you can still finish the game with less than that, but then you get the bad ending, which I've actually never experienced, but I wanted to do the good ending in this playthrough, so I'm going to be going for 100 power, ideally 100 in both, but I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be possible. And I'm looking to try and get my power over 50, so I've currently got an upgrade pending at the moment, which is Palisades rank 8. That's going to give me plus 8 power, put me at 43. And then there's a quest that I want to do on Orkneyjar that can get me, I think, 10 power as well. That will pop me over the threshold of 50 and will trigger one of the quests that I'm wanting to do. So in order to get to Orkneyjar, I've actually got to sail there, and I've paid for the privilege of being able to dock my ship in the city of Efwick. So I'm going to be sailing from here to the island, and then I'll do that part of the game and then probably stop the video after that. So there's not actually that much to do on Orkneyjar at this stage. There's one sort of main quest that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showcasing that. The quest also has different outcomes depending on whether you are a male or female character. I'll explain that part of it in a little bit. So let's go to the world map. Alright, so this is the travelling world map where you can travel overseas. So in the last episode I went back to Skjern and I bought some valuables for the purposes of travelling to Orkneyjar. So it takes 2 days and 13 hours by sea. So we're going to go there now. I wonder if I'll trigger any events while I'm sailing. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I've also got to heal Morkan as well, because he has an infection, I think, from sailing, so I'll have to do that. Maybe I'll sail back to Skjern, possibly, to do that, I'm not sure. I'm also very low on wood. Alright, so sort that out. What is it? Moderate. I should be able to heal that on the next camping thing. It's 5 party members, or 5 herdmen, as it is in this game. That guy looks like King Theoden from Lord of the Rings, so I wouldn't be very surprised if the drawing was done based off of a scene in Lord of the Rings. Alright, as soon as your feet find purchase, half a dozen haggard-looking warriors come running down the cliff. From their clothes and their weapons, you identify these people as Northmen. The man in the front is short and wiry, but with strong forearms. You estimate him to be somewhere in his early 30s. He walks with his shoulders drawn up like he spent his entire life in a gale. I am Stein the Clever of Rogaland. I control this island. Who are you? My name is Anders Orleifsson. If you need a place to stay while you prepare for a longer journey, you're welcome to camp here. But tell me, why have you brought your ship to my beach? So I'm going to go for the approach that I want to take. I'm going to be doing option 1 or 2. So I can be like pushy about it and say it's my beach now. I'm going to go with number 2 for this one. Staging a campaign against the kingdoms of Britain. If you and your men fight with me, I'll ensure that you're granted land befitting your contributions. You want control of Orkneyjar, in other words, you want to rule us. You're not the first man who's come here and tried to wrest control of Orkneyjar away from me. In fact, I myself took it from a man called Vidar, who took it from the Picts. The Picts are a people that we have yet to meet in the game, but we will be entering their lands later on. If you swear fealty to me, you can save your strength for the invasion. Why don't you and your herd join us for our midday meal and we'll talk it over a cup of mead? That sounds good. Let's go. So that looks like a shopkeeper of some sort, and of course we want to be doing some looting, so we can probably get some items here. A little bit of wood is always helpful, so I'm going to be needing that for the stronghold. I'm just going to go around and loot some of the containers first, and then I'll go inside. And most of the things that you pick up when doing this are for crafting. And I haven't, like, the loot system in this game is definitely better than the previous installment of the series, Expeditions Viking, where it didn't really exist, like there wasn't really an inventory system. But they have gone a bit overboard with the amount of containers, and it's not, like, you're basically just getting crafting components from it, but sometimes you'll pick up something that's quite nice. Alright, so the other thing that I wanted to remind people of is I did actually craft a suit. Did I craft a suit of armor last game? Yes, I did. So I made this oil vigilant lamella armor and I gave it to Gunnar. I'm going to be making some more suits of that because that's probably the best armor that you can make that avoids dropping the movement points too far. As you can see, as life's movement is now 4 with this base unupgraded mail armor. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's talk to Stein the Clever. Stein leads you into a low cabin built out of large rocks of granite. A longhouse this is not, but it is fairly cozy. One of his men brings in a soup of fish and root fruits, along with some reasonably fresh bread. Your respective herd eats in the other buildings, so you and Stein have plenty of space. So you're from the south, I take it, Geatland? Jutland, or Jutland. A small skipperada by the name of Skirn. And you're the Thane of this skipperada? How did that come to pass? My father was Thane before me. He met his end on these islands. There were other challenges, but I won the right to succeed him. Tell your name was Olafsson. I think your father's ship may have been here. He had his brother with him by the name of Brunilfa. Yes. So he's met my uncle. Skeleton crew, 5 men led by Grimulfa. They mentioned that the ship belonged to Horleif, but something had gone wrong and they were headed home. Grimulf sold me his axe in return for supplies and lodging. It's a fine weapon. If you see him again, please pass on my regards. I will. Okay. Yep. If you think you might have need of his axe, I'll be happy to sell it back to you. It's a fine weapon, but I fight best with a light weapon in each hand, and that axe is too big to use one-handed. If you've been here long enough to have met Grimulfa, then that must mean you've met Scully's Skullcleaver. Once, last summer, he came here with 3 ships laden with lumber, meat, salt, and other supplies. He seemed to get along quite well with the crew of Gunnar the Peaceful. So that puts in the story about how Gunnar came to be raiding my town, or my homestead at the start of the game. Was he met the antagonist Scully Skullcleaver here on Orkneyjar. Speaking of which, did my eyes deceive me back there, or was that Gunnar on your ship? It was him. He's part of my herd now. You can be honest if you want. So I'm gonna be conceitful here. I'm just gonna go. You can catch up later. So he bought most of Scully's cargo, and then he set out towards the east from whence he came, and the east is obviously back towards Denmark. Left one of his ships here under command of a woman, which sailed southwest a few weeks later, and that is Rogarda. I think that's how you pronounce her name. So we'll meet her again later in the game. She too made quite an impression. I would say she was closely matched my expectations of what it might be like to meet hell in the flesh. Apparently she made strong advances on Stein. but he wasn't too into it. All right, let's go with this one. So these are the options that he gives. First option, you hire us. So that's like you have to pay him. My crew and I didn't come here to enjoy the good weather. We're here for gold and glory. You can purchase our services for 100 Orthug of silver per head and 400 on top for the ship, which I think ends up being 10,000 valuables. And then you get the island for free with that. And then the other option is you can fight him, which he doesn't give that option. Oh, actually does here. We go to the cliffs outside and see who fights best. So I don't have the valuables because I invested the valuables into the rations. So I'm going to do the fight. So let's just fight. I can't remember if it's easy or not. I don't actually think I've ever lost the fight against him. Do I have to fight him and his buddies? I honestly can't remember. It's been a couple of years since I played it. Yeah, okay, so we've got to do a fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm going to do a save. Save it as Branga. So got a three bow users that I've got to worry about. Wonder if I can pop my herd, because you can't really control where your herd are. Go with something like this. Stein looks entirely fired up for a refreshing skirmish. Paces back and forth in front of his herd. He'll give an overall impression of being tired but determined. So you can buy the axe before the fight. We should probably be careful not to kill any of them. So you put the toggle non-lethal on, which I think is what... So I've already made a mistake here with my characters spawning in a way that doesn't benefit me that much. With 3 characters being in melee range of the shield user. Ketil is pretty close to these bow users, so I can probably use him to quick shot down. That's a healer. Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick shot on this girl. And then try to throw a rock. Harried. I should have probably done that first. It's been a little while since I've played this one. So that's Stein there. He's got very high damage, so probably going to be wanting to take him out. Taunt could be useful here. Can't do throw rock. He's blocked that one. Okay, so Gunnar. The guy only does 70 damage. So it's a bit annoying that I can't, because of the way that I've set this fight up, I can't really... I guess I could stun him. Maybe it's best if I try and stun this guy. He might have good... What's his physical resistance? 30, so it's not that high. Alright, so now... What's Stein's physical resistance? 60, so that's a bit higher. I don't want to do that. Nefia might be able to actually take him down. So he's only going to be doing a little bit of damage. If I do a charge with Nefia, that could be pretty nice. He does quite high damage himself, actually. Might wait for now. Reckless Strike I can do. I reckon Inspire might be better, to be honest. So I'm going to move As Life here. And then if I go Charge... So it's got him down to about half health. I'll do another charge. And then Roskva can probably take this one here. Okay. And then I can just left click him. Might be the best option. And then I'll move Gunnar over here and Nephew here. And then they can't use the bows. They can hit people. I'm going to go with that. I think that's fine. Yeah, I've obviously got some dust. That guy's drug him, I guess. He's not going to be attacking this turn. So hopefully it'll be either some tactical moves or just minimal damage on my characters. Yep, tactical move, brings out a spear, minimal damage, anticipate opening. So I've got to take this guy out because he's gonna be doing a crit. So we'll throw a rock first. So now he's harried. I could do a heavy swing and try and get past his sword. Maybe I'll do that. Unfortunately, the shield has blocked it. I've got to be careful. Because that guy is going to do a crit on the next turn. So... I can use Flaming Arrow. Actually, I've got a Flaming Arrow. I can use that on this character. I can use Nephew to charge this one. Okay. So we've got to watch out for the critical attack from this guy. I've got 2 turns left. And I can't move really from here. I could do an Inspire. That's one option. Does he have stun? No, he doesn't have stun. I'm gonna stun him again, maybe? And then I'll move Roskva here. I'll just do a left click. So just got to, I've got to actually, I think Gunnar's going to get taken down by the critical hit. I think I've put myself in a bad position by putting him there. Unfortunately. Oh no, he's used Brace on his shield. That's lucky. That's fine, I can shield hook him away now. Alright. He's got shield out, so... shield hook. And then heavy swing. Quick shot's got a good chance. I'm probably going to take it, I think. Alright, so now it's just this one. Nephew needs a heal. So Roskva can take care of that.
Need a hand? Great, thanks.
And then we'll get rid of this guy. Yeah, smack. That's not a bad one, actually. I can't use it though because the step back is blocked by a rock. So it's probably just going to be left clicking. I've got one stun left. Just going to go with Reckless Strike, I think. And then hopefully on the next turn he'll use Brace, and then yeah, we'll just do the same. That's fine, I'll take a bit of damage. Yeah, it's not too bad. And Anticipate opening. Alright, so this is the guy we're going to get rid of, and he's changed to his spear instead of the shield weapon. Or she has, rather. We can probably do a charge. It might be a Gunnar charge. That might be the best option. Not that much damage either way. Go for a charge here. That went through the shield. Charge is a good idea here. And we've got Roskva. Can do a heal or an attack. I can probably do a Drew. No, that's blocked by the rock. Ketil. I've done a fire arrow. Quick shot might be the way to go here. Get on this one. And then I'm just going to go for another heal on Nephew.
I can fix this. Great, thanks.
And then she'll attack someone, most likely. And we move a little bit. Yeah. And then we'll just shield hook her away. Or maybe, or actually I could do a cleave, to be honest. I think shield hook is easier though. I can just shoot her down with Ketil. Gonna ranging shot, quick shot it, I think. That should get it. There we go. No problem. 5 skill points, and we'll wait for them to get up. The fight is won, and Stein gets back on his feet almost as if nothing had happened. The rest of his men are looking a little more worn out. For all my flippancy, I must admit this is pretty much what I expected. Last summer we will put up a much better fight, but the winter has taken its toll on us. I don't mean to diminish your skill, of course. You and your herd fight well, but I ask you not to judge us on this defeat. We're not in good shape right now. So I'm going to do... This is why I bought the rations. Because the more stuff you give him, the more power you get for your homestead. So I'm going to give 120 rations, clan power increase. I do lose a bit of morale for my followers for that, but it's overall the best opinion. So now, if I look at my clan power, it's gone up to 45. So as soon as that homestead upgrade ticks over, which will happen in 5 days' time, that will trigger the quest that I've been I want to showcase. And then I've got a bit of exploring to do here on Orkney Jar before we sail back to the mainland. So there's an item hiding in the chest here. Shield Mulcher rather. So a unique axe, 23 and 31. That's better than the axe that Gunnar's currently using. So it also does plus 10 damage to shields, and then I'll put Howling Witch in his offhand. So now that regular axe is not of any use, I can probably give it to one of the secondary characters. I think I've probably got some other items that I could move around a little bit. at some point, but that's good. So it's a nice find. And then I can also buy Stein the Clever's axe off him as well, I'm pretty sure. There's also some armor webbing. So I wonder if, because he offered that dialogue option earlier, right? I wonder whether he will offer it again or whether I've missed my opportunity to buy the axe. So it's not a very big island. I'm just going to pick up these herbs. Got plenty of herbs in the bank, but I can also use those as a trading option. Now I'll assign those 5 skill points, which I think will be handy. I just want to check to see if Stein will have the option to buy the axe off him. I don't know if I want to do that at this stage. Yes, so apparently he will sell it. Now you can loot the chest because it's your homestead. Some valuables there. A bit of wood. I might come back for it because I don't exactly need it right now, and then I'll do the leveling up of my characters. Okay, go back to the ship. Let's have a look. So, 15 points to spend. To upgrade my Dane axe, I need to spend 250 skill points. So that's going to happen a bit later in the game. I can do throwing level 3, which is not a bad choice. I could use with an extra stun. I think that's a handy skill. What does it cost? Oh no, I've already got it actually, sorry. I can upgrade my leadership to increase my resistances, so that'll buff these here. And it'll also unlock leadership level 4 option, so that's worth considering, that one. Diplomacy, I could upgrade that to level 4 as well. I think leadership and diplomacy is probably a good idea. And then there's always these feats that are quite handy as well. Thick skin could be nice. I can probably save that for a little bit later. I'll have to grab Night Owl at some point. I don't really need it, I guess. Relentless would be a nice one to have at some point. Bloodthirsty and Dodge are both ones that could be handy. I think leadership level 4 is the way to go. So it gives me 5 physical resistance, and it gave me a little bit of mental resistance as well. But I'm getting it for the dialogue options. Roskva, 9 points to spend. I'm going to probably wait to upgrade the sling to level 4. We've got healing, witchcraft level 4. And then there's an extra debuff there. I haven't really used, the most useful one is definitely demoralize to make ranged characters less accurate. I've used that dust one a little bit, but it's very minor in effect compared to the other ones. So I think I'll hold off on that for now. Gunnar, it's going to be dual wielding. I can upgrade that now, so I'm going to do that. Increases the offhand damage a little bit. As life, 12 points, probably shield level 4, save up 3 points for that. And then it will increase his block chance, which is currently 52. It bumps it up by 6, so it'll bring it up to 58, which is okay. Nephew's got 12 to spare. So I think at some point I might need to get a character with some leadership to get another person with Inspire. I think that's handy, but Nephew's a very good damage dealer, so I only really probably need level 1 in this would be nice, because then at the start of fights when enemies are too far away, you should use that one. Spot traps, I really probably should get that, because there is a fight where I'm going to need some higher level of that at some point, but that happens a bit later in the game. I could level up the knife skill. I haven't actually had to change weapons with Get Heal for quite some time. Healing level 3 is a good one there, and then always got these here. What do I want to save up for with Get Heal? I can level up the hunting to get some extra meat. And then I'll go have a look at my dump characters. Witchcraft and healing. Tinkering. So I need to just spend some points on this character. So we'll grab some things here. I think I'm going to get it over 175. Get Tinker level 4. Hunting level 4. I've got 8 left, okay. So she's a Tinkerer, making items for us, and a healing bot while camping, Morkant. I've got to spend some points for him. Sexist, quick feet. Just going to grab some useless stuff. Great. Okay. I want healing level 4 from him. Adis. I want to get cooking. That's going to take a little while. Repairing. It's a handy one. I should. She's already got heavy sleeper. Got 15 points left. Upgrade that axe skill. This is our armor smith, right? I'm gonna go crafting level 4. So I can make, I think, some weapons. Got 4 points left over. I'll leave that one. And then this guy, we've got guarding and preserving, and witchcraft. Got to just spend some points. Grab that one. That'll tip me over. Yeah, witchcraft level 4. Could grab it. I think preserving's a good one because that's useful. And I'm going to go guarding as well. Alright, that's all done. Let's have a bit of a look at the quests that I've got to do now. Alright. Fire and Steel, bring the Black Moon. So that's... I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. I don't think it gets me anything apart from being able to use the smith at Scarborough, so I don't even know if I'll bother with that one. We'll see how we go. Keep an eye out for more clues to your father's travels. I would go to Perth to visit the King of the Picts. That's another one. I'm going to go there, and I've also got to go to Inglewood to meet the deposed King Athelred. And then I've got to... Ooh, I should have done this in the last episode. Return to Skern and check on Ifura, because Nephew had that dream. So maybe because I want to run down the clock a little bit. See how much time do I have? I don't think it displays properly. No, it's not displaying. I think it displays properly in the map. But yeah, sailing to Skern actually might be a good idea, because then I can heal Morkan. And it'll mean that, you know, I'll be able to run out some days on the clock. So it's going to take 2 days, 22 hours. Okay. Fishing boat. Change your course towards the boat. So this one here, so you can take the cargo. So this is just a chance to lose or gain reputation, or morale points with followers. So this one is going to be. Do I need the cargo? Can I open up? No, I can't. We'll go with this one. So. I lost morale. That was the wrong choice, obviously, but I'll get that back. Just curious, what is the morale of my characters? 10, 9, 6, 9. Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. Alright. Let's go and see a Führer. I'm going to go and get Morkant healed by Hulda first. You can actually talk to your party members while they're here. I think you get a little bit of dialogue with them. I'm just not going to bother with that, I don't think, because I'm not really too interested. It's mainly because I played the game before. I'm not interested in pursuing a relationship with any of the characters, etc. So that's going to heal Morkant up. It's possible that someone's going to get injured on the trip back to the British Isles, because you can get negative events that happen while you're traveling over on the sea, such as the one that injured Morkant in the first place. What is his morale actually? 2. Okay. And then you can actually physically see the differences in the homestead. So I've got level 1 of the palisade walls. You can actually see that now around the homestead, that they've actually built that in. I think the forge, I don't know if it actually looks upgraded, but I've done that upgrade. What else have I done? Farm's level 1, so that one, Adis gets a new fence, so that's over here. So I'm pretty sure it might be referring to this wooden fence here. And then what else have I upgraded? Palisade, training ring, so that adds, and then pier. Okay, so training ring I think is this one. You can see that there's some changes to this area. They've got the extra boards and stuff. And then pier, is that this thing? Oh no, maybe that's some seawall or something like that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the pier is like this seawall kind of thing. They've added in, I think that's what the upgrade is. And maybe this looks a bit different. Yeah, I think it does. So that's the physical, like visual changes that the upgrades give. Okay, let's have a chat to Nefia. Neffy kneels beside her sister's bed, holding her hand gingerly. She's been crying. Ephira looks paler than ever. I was right. My dream was right. What's happened? It's the same disease. It still hasn't been cured. Don't cry, Neff. As long as Mother still has you, I accept my death. And then let's go and ask Hulda about it. Is that actually what the quest log says to do? Yes, yes it does. I've got 140 salvage, so I can make an item. I think I need to buy some hides to make some more armor. So I'll talk to the trader that's in Skern and possibly even buy some wood as well. Nephew's family needs your help. The health slot is back. There must be something. We travel far and often. Perhaps the cure we seek is across the sea. The whole mess began when Holman, bless his spirit, returned with your father from an expedition to the far north. It's possible the people of the north know how to treat this hell site. So that, I think it says to go to Pictavia, which is where I have to go ask about the hell site in Perth, which is where I'm going soon. And then Brana, I want to talk to her. Alright, so we want some hides. She doesn't sell them. She sells rations, which I don't need, and meat. Do I need all this medicine? Possibly. No, so this is not the trader that I want. So you can trade 1 hide for 16 meat, 6 valuables for 1 meat, 12 valuables for a ration. I don't think I want to buy anything at this stage. I think I'm just going to go jump back on the ship. Now we've got 2 days, 9 hours before the upgrade completes. Ooh, some boxes. Alright, let's go. Yes. Okay. We're going to go to Scarborough, I think. Might be actually the best. Nah, we'll go to Efforwick. Keep fingers crossed for no negative scripted events while sailing. Looking good so far. So it's the 18th of May, and there we go. The Homestead Palisades have finished 53 power, which was what I was looking for. It's not letting me upgrade anything at the moment. Oh, okay, because it was, I think that pop-up needed to come up first. I don't have the wood, that's why. I don't have wood to upgrade anything. So I need to buy some wood. I'm actually going to load the game. I'm going to load this one. Okay. I need to buy wood. So it's dead time without being able to upgrade anything. So what is feasible? 75 wood for the folk moved, which is probably what I want to do next. Does she sell wood? No. Alright, I couldn't have done anything then anyway, so I'm going to have to buy some wood somewhere if possible, or just do lots of camping. Broadsword. Get rid of those, get some salvage. Celtic Stone Charm, 10% block when next to an ally. Oh, maybe I'll get an event, an injury while sailing this time. Nope. Load into Efforwick. I don't think my reputation is good enough to really justify buying anything from here, so I think the best option is probably camping and then getting wood from the forest with Nephew's scouting skill. Market Street, Burned House, Outline Farms. So we'll go down here. So now I can actually go back to Orkney Jar as well. So I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save it as Ranga. And I'm going to stop the video here. And then I'm going to have a think about what I want to do next. Whether I want to go back to Orkney Jar and see if the quest that becomes available after 50 power. What? Oh, lost 10 valuables. I have to actually do this quest now. So I've got to follow this girl. So I'm just going to do this quick bit first. Alright, so this is one of the quests in Efforwick. So we'll follow where this girl's gone. And then I'm not going to I'm not going to do it immediately. She goes into a house. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to save the game here. I need to go and talk to this group of thieves. Save again. Varanga. And then I'll do that next bit in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you look forward to the next video.